We are hosting our biggest tournament yet, the Team Starlight Edison Tournament. Join us on March 14th for your chance to win some amazing prizes, including a custom cloth mat, which is a collaboration between Team Starlight and E3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Pre-register now using the QR code or link in our description. You won't want to miss this. What is up, everybody? It's Marcos, aka Macro. Today, I am joined by my teammate, Declan. What is up, Declan? And welcome to another episode of Return of the Different Deck.
Pew! Marcos, so this is one of your favorite decks, Aliens. What is the strategy of this crazy, wild deck? Because I don't think we featured Aliens on our channel yet.
Yeah, surprisingly, considering the Aliens are in the top 3 of my favorite decks, and it's not 3. So Alien Ammonite is essentially Blizzard for Aliens. Because he has the effect that when it's normal summoned, you can target a level 4 or lower alien monster, special summon it. And the entire end goal of this deck is to make Golgar. Cosmic Fortress Golgar has the ability to bounce face-up continuous spell and trap cards, and field spells, and Swords of Real and Light. Those are like the exceptions, I guess. Any face-up spell or trap card to the hand, and then distribute 8 counters, and then remove 2 8 counters from anywhere on the field to destroy a card. So theoretically, he becomes a Dark Armed every single turn if you have the continuous traps and spells to support him. And this deck does do that. And a lot of Alien Brews end up doing a pretty similar thing. They end up going into Phoenix Chains, Call the Haunted. Limber Reverse ends up being the new hotness, especially when you pair it with the Stratos, Prisma into Sandwich package. Sandwich able to send Sangan. And then this mini hero package also allows for you to use Future Fusion to send the aliens to the grave to turn on your Ammonites. Because the biggest issues that Alien has is that there's no consistent way to send your level 4 alien monsters to the grave, because none of them can be searched off anything. So you end up needing Future Fusion and Foolish Burial just to get there. This brew, however, is running something very different, which is Accumulated Fortune and a bunch of draw cards. The logic with Accumulated Fortune, and shout out Santi. Santi is a very prominent chatter in the Aliens Discord, a friend of mine. He came up with this really cool idea to use the draw traps like Accumulated Fortune in combination with all of your continuous stuff, including Limeriverse, because Limeriverse, when Sangan and Card Trooper are in grave, becomes another chainable card that doesn't get hurt by heavy storms. So essentially you can draw through your entire deck pretty effectively with a bunch of these cards. Santi was on main deck Road Decree. I don't fully agree with that specifically in this particular build, but I do think Road Decree does have a space in some alien decks because it's, I mean, you can bounce it and it's kind of broken having a one-sided trap stun every turn. I instead opted for Imperial Iron Walls, and the one card that I really like, if you guys take anything out of this brew, it's this card, which I think is extremely slept on. It's a card called Crop Circles. Declan, have you ever seen this card before in your life?
No, but I saw that Millennium Eye from a mile away. So what is this? Send any number of monsters from your side of the field to the graveyard to activate this card. Select from your deck one alien monster whose level is equal to the total number of levels sent from the sent monsters, and special summon it. If you fail to find a monster to special summon, you take 2,000 damage.
That last part doesn't come up that often.
Translate this in layman's terms.
So the idea is, what ends up happening is that if you draw into your aliens, and they get bottomless a lot. They get bottomless, trap hold, they get deprisoned. It's just annoying. And you have the Imperial Iron Wall to help mitigate that, but you don't always see Imperial Iron Wall. So the way you work around that is you normally run like Offering to the Snake Deity as a way to kind of like chain it, like a mini Icarus attack. But I find that card feels rather inconsistent and not great to have to use it on like a Golgar. But what Crop Circles actually does is provide actual utility for these Prismas and Stratos that you're running. You're running these level 4 monsters anyway, whose effects can come up and be relevant to help fuel your deck. So the dream scenario is you have a Prisma, you send a Sangan, you set a Crop Circles and a Limeriverse, and like maybe some chainable stuff as well, and all of them can be chained, because Crop Circles also helps with getting chain links as well, because it can always be chained at this point. Even if a card doesn't exist, like if you use Sangan, like you could technically still send Sangan, you just take 2,000 life. The point is it helps with this Accumulated Fortune idea, while simultaneously giving your Prismas extra value and to be able to search out an Alien Shock Trooper or an Alien Warrior. You kind of want to play it more like a Crow's Swallow's Nest, where you're not trying to just use it willy-nilly. You're using it as a way to like kind of bait out things, brain controls, bottomless trap holes, deprisons, etc., right? those are the cards that when you activate crop circles, it can be very devastating to the opponent. It doesn't become a minus for you, and it helps thin out your deck and draw you into your power cards and set up your Golgar plays. So that is the entire concept of the deck. You're just drawing a crap ton, scaring your opponent by setting 5 every single turn, even if half of them are fake or not real at all. You still have Starlight Roads, so even if they see a bunch of draw traps, they might just slam heavy and get punished. Yeah, that's basically the concept, and I think there is some legs here to it.
That's pretty cool. I think like it's almost like that one card. What's the card that lets you special summon a monster from the deck when you take damage?
Damage condenser.
It's almost like Alien's damage condenser in like a weird way, but a little more proactive that you could actually use it at any time. So I'm interested to see how. I'm sure it will come up in at least one of the replays you have prepared for us.
I have prepared a few replays. Let's begin. So first up, we got the first replay. I don't know exactly what they're playing. I think they're playing Black Wings. We'll see. Spoiler alert. Okay. Anyway, so we got to go first. We do have the crop circles, but you know, Card Trooper is incredible in all alien decks. I think even though you don't run a lot of monsters, being able to mill an Ammonite or a Shock Trooper to make your Call the Haunted immediately useful is still great. So we're gonna mill and immediately hit a Shock Trooper because we're just that goated. And then we're just gonna set one. We can't afford to set any more than that, and that's okay for us. We get mind controlled though.
That's annoying.
Oh my god, look at that mill, dude. Like it's like 3 darks. I was scared Dad was about to be dropped.
It's looking like an 8 stars about to hit.
Yeah, I was like,
his
Stardust?
Thought ruler. Yeah.
Dude, he goes for Thought Ruler. I think it's because I think he saw aliens. Maybe he's like, I don't want to get Fiendish chained here. Like,
I mean, that makes sense, honestly.
But the one of Mirror Force comes in clutch when you need it to. But yeah, Stardust definitely cooks this deck. And if you're playing against an alien player, pro tip, Stardust is good. It's not the best because if you guys don't know, Golgar has like 2600 attack, which is bigger than Stardust. So Thought Ruler isn't the worst because it's bigger than Golgar and he can't really do anything about it. So anyway, I decided to start setting things because he set 3 and we're just going to match him.
Yeah, not summoning the Shock Trooper makes sense. Want to get the crop circle down first.
Exactly. We're not trying to get Bottomless Trap Hold here. We're trying to get some value out of it. So we summon the Shock Trooper. We get Bottomless Trap Hold. Here comes the crop circles. Getting us another Shock Trooper. And look at that. We just decked in 3 Shock Troopers. We're not drawing these vanillas anymore. And that feels great.
Very nice.
We still get Deep Prison, but that's okay. The goal was we got 2 of them engraved. We're not worried.
Yeah, like if you hadn't milled the other Shock Trooper, that would make it so you definitely had an alien in the grave for the grind game.
And we draw the Ammonite. So now we go for the Call the Haunted. We target the Card Trooper. We go for the Ammonite, targeting the Shock Trooper. Only troopers. We summon the Golgar with priority. We first see summon okay. Summon is not okay. Summon is no bueno. But it's okay. We still have a Card Trooper, so we're like, F it, we ball. Let's attack for 500. The second Deep Prison, but that's okay because Call the Haunted stays. We love when our continuous cards stay. And we have plenty of back row to like protect us. He took 4,000 for that, so I'm not feeling too bad.
He's on 2 cards. It's not, I mean, drawing 3, but you guys are even. 1,400, probably just take it, yeah.
We're even, and the call's there to like just be value, so. We draw the Cumulative Fortune, which is actually like pretty live at this point because we have chainables. Like if he heavies or does something, we can go Fiendish into Jar into Accumulated. So that feels pretty nice. But first we go Torrential. And I'm thinking like, man, I could chain Fiendish, chain Jar. I could just do it, but I don't need to do it.
Yeah.
Especially because I could do this. I can go Stratos. If he chains Bottomless, I had the 4, which is great. But he doesn't, so I'm sad. But either way, that's still just a great top deck because now he's really low. He's just bricking a little bit, but that's okay. We got the Imperial Wall. We're just swinging. Oh my gosh, is it enough? He summoned Shura. That scared me a little bit, I won't lie. But we have the Prisma. He goes Torrential. We go Imperial Wall. Into Jar. Into Accumulated Fortune.
Very nice. Draw 3.
And we got the Ammonite.
He loses his, yeah.
And we even we still have the Fiendish to protect us from like any real top deck that he has, which is like another Blizzard. Doesn't get it. Activate Limit Reverse, targeting the Ammonite. And why do I choose the Ammonite? I think I choose the Ammonite because in case he has like an out, like he can't book a moon like the tuner. He'd have, I don't know. There's probably some. Oh, I think it's because he
It's
has 400
game.
life.
It's
That's
actually just
why
game.
it's
Yeah.
game under bottomless. That was the goal. But he has double compose.
Damn, but we're getting our continuous traps still staying around. If
I
we
know, but
ever
he's.
summon Golgar.
I think I have to finish here because I'm like, F it, dude. It's time. Do I finally get my Golgar out?
No.
I just go for game.
He's just keeping us in suspense. We need to save Golgar for some of the other
Well,
replays.
and the reason I attacked there is because we had the Starlight Road and we're under Imperial, so there's literally nothing that can stop that attack. He had no cards in hand, so it was just guaranteed game. And I was afraid of like
Makes
another
sense.
compulse. If I just went for the Golgar and then got compulsed, it'd be like such a bad feeling.
Yeah.
But we do side one Consecrated Light. Consecrated Light is absolutely insane. It makes all of our limit reverses into floodgates. It's very searchable because we have consistent Sangan access. So yeah, Consecrated Light, kind of a house. And we just set 4 back row, including a Mirror Force, so. But he has the Cyber Dragon!
Yikes.
So I have to Mirror Force it. But he has a Solemn Judgment! But we do have the Limit Reverse, like I said. We could use it later if we need to. And we just take 21 to the face. But we just set 2 and pass. He's got the Whirlwind, dude. We have to kind of Dust Tornado that.
Nope.
And now we're just taking some damage. It's not really a good position that we're in right now, honestly. The Cyber Dragon kind of cooking us. It's just big enough. Now we attack. We get Mirror Force. We have the Starlight Road. That feels really good because now I can actually clear both monsters. I actually intentionally made this play because I had the Starlight Road in case it was Mirror Force.
And it paid off, and now Ammonite coming out. Or sorry, not Ammonite. Cosmic Fortress Golgar.
Yep, I'm gonna bounce 1 just to get a token for later, and then just set both. And then I'm immediately in standby phase bring out Consecrated Light. That's pretty much like I'm thinking like, okay, he has to have like a second Cyber Dragon. That's probably the only other out he has at this point.
Yeah,
Or Brain
Fisher's
Control.
not even an out. Oh, damn.
Brain.
But of course, it's always Brain Control.
And then he bounces Limit Reverse, gets his own token, attacks the Stardust Dragon, clears my Stardust, and gets to pop my back row. But at least it's chainable, so that feels kind of nice. The draw cards are coming in clutch. And then he
At least he
sets one.
can't tribute this, though.
I know.
Sirocco.
At that point, I would have just tried to pop the Stardust because this Stardust isn't coming back, and then that clears both.
Right.
That would have been the better play because now it's like, oh, I mean, I'll just attack for game here. It was a Deck Dev and an Icarus. It's unfortunate. A little bit of a bricked up hand there, but that's what happens sometimes, man. And I mean, Consecrated Light didn't really even do that much there, but I mean, he had a dead Dark Arm. Yeah, that was just a dead hand. It happens. It happens, you know, and that's what aliens do best. They hope for the opponent to have a worse hand than them. So that's what they do. Next up is what is next? I don't even know. Thassa. We got the classic 5 traps with the Starlight Road, which feels good. The Gold Suck for Christia. That can feel pretty bad. Herald is a really scary card. I could just normal summon the Sangan, but I decided to set it. They have the MST. They hit the Starlight Road, and I'm like freaking out. I'm like sweating. I'm like, oh god, is it happening? He hits my monster. I'm like, okay, and then he mills a heavy. Dude. Oh,
Sigh of relief.
I literally like in real time went, oh my god.
Exhaled, just like massive exhale. And adding the Trooper here. Why Trooper? Just like, I guess you don't really have any other good ones.
Yeah, I could add Ammonite. But what is Ammonite doing? The only other target is Trooper, and Trooper sets up your entire deck because at that point you can mill an Ammonite, you can mill an alien, and that means like half of your pieces are there. So if you draw the other half, it's ready. And we have the Call the Haunted to help supplement that as well. So anyway, they go in. They're just swinging. But we got the Mirror Force. They chain a Book of Moon. How could you?
Good. That's pretty good. But you have the Fiendish chain, so it seems fine. You probably just don't attack.
And look at that. Look at that. Boom. Hit the alien. Let's go. We'd love to see it. Sure, we hit other cards, but they get the Christia. Do they have enough? They have 2 fairies in grave. I'm a little worried about that. They target the Fiendish. I kind of have to Fiendish at this point. I was kind of hoping they hit like maybe the call. I could just chain the call, get the free search. They do summon the Shining Angel and attack. I don't finish it. I just rather get the draw. I have the call to Hans if I need it. We draw another Shock Trooper. And it's fine. Ooh, we draw the Ammonite though. That feels really good because now we can call the Haunted, our Sangan. Normal summon the Ammonite. If they have Torrential at this point, it's kaput because we have the Starlight Roads. But we saw Book of Moon, so that's why I'm really worried about Book of Moon here. But we get the Golgar off.
And
I'm gonna
the
ask
reason you like do you do it in this order where you call first is because if the summon's good, right, then you can priority bounce the call. Is that why you like
Yeah.
to do it in this order?
Yes, I always want to priority bounce the call because even if they bottomless this Golgar, which can happen, I can still get the 2 bounces, getting the search, and then putting 2 counters on one of their face-up monsters. So that's like the entire logic of it. I go target Phoenix Chain, target Call the Haunted, and then they go in some response, and then it still gets me like the pluses that I want, right? And
Right.
we do it. So we prio bounce, and then they they bottomless, like, yeah. So this is why it's important to like I have to ask them first, like prio bounce targeting these 2 cards, right? Because then I can after they chain a card, I can still choose the target like where it's gonna go because the distribution of the 8 counters doesn't target like everything else targets in this entire effect. Because you have to target like you select any number of face-up spell and trap cards, right? That's the cost. So I go like summon, and then I select those 2. After that, like once it resolves, I can just distribute 8 counters wherever I want. So it could be like
And
one on him,
that
one on
comes up
him.
because then you want to like Golgar in the future, and there might be counters on the field that you can
Yes,
utilize, right? Yeah. I
exactly.
see.
That's the exact point because like you want to be able to keep 8 counters on the opponent. So we
These are
put
like
2 on Shining Angel.
advanced alien
It's
technology.
so it's such like it's the only alien technology, man. There's not that much alien rulings. But it is important to know, like, you do target the cards that you have, and that does come up. Like, you have to, like, most of the time you don't have to, but like a lot, if they have Dust Tornado and stuff, that's where it comes up because you go like target like Fiendish, target Call, and they're like chain Dust, so it gets rid of 1 counter or something, right? So yeah. Anyway, uh, so we do lose out on the Golgar, but we still have an Ammonite follow up, so we're feeling good. And I think I don't think we have to take this damage, so do we not? I mean, I could just Phoenix Chain it. I don't Phoenix Chain it. I'm just so afraid of, like, real cards. Okay, so we go Sangan. We call the Hunt to the Sangan, because we're doing the same thing again. We go Ammonite. They go Book of Moon. And this is where, like, I maybe shouldn't have called the Haunted, because I kind of, like, should have played around Book better, because I could have saved the call. I could have went Ammonite, and then target, like, Shock Trooper. And then if you Book of Moon's the Ammonite, I can just call the other Ammonite, right? Like that's something I thought about when it happened. I was like, oh, that's kind of a heads up play if I thought that. But I do end up because he chained Book of Moon before I even declared the target. I like do end up targeting the Ammonite because like he just kind of shotgunned that really fast. So I can just go for a synchro and still get my search. So
Get
just
another
wait.
Ammonite for follow up, yeah.
Yeah, wait for your opponent to like target things and like because that man just Book of Mooned and immediately, which like it's kind of like the Dark Arm like logic, you know, like I summon Dark Arm and you just chain Book. It's like, hey, I didn't even prio. Like let me just like declare my target first, bro. Okay, so he attacks with the Shining Angel. I go Fiendish.
Makes
He
sense.
goes,
We know he has the Christia, right?
yeah,
Still?
and then he goes for the Mind Control, gets my own Ammonite, makes an Android. I thought he was gonna make a Catastor or something. I guess Android makes a ton of sense too, just to get the life back. But at this point, like, you bet that better be a 3rd Book of Moon, man, because this is resolving.
Oh my god. And the limit reverse too?
Yeah, we're
Getting the
bound.
draw.
He
Oh,
saw. Wait, so I'm asking like, oh, so I was confused by what he's doing. So he's solemning the summon of the Golgar. I just decided to crash with the Card Trooper just to get the draw. Because I can run over anything with Shock Trooper plus Armory Arm. Yeah, so I actually need to put Golgar in Grave. Yeah, there we go. And I set the other limit reverse. That's why, because I'd rather just have it. Because I have the Shock Trooper. I can limit reverse back. I have no more Ammonites left. So I have to limit reverse back the Ammonite. So this feels kind of bad. So here, I thought he was going to crash with the Alchemist. but he doesn't want to get like no value out of it, which makes some sense. And then just special, but he knows I have Fiendish Chains, so I guess the correct choice was just to try to go for as much damage as possible. I still end up Fiendish Chaining the Alchemist anyway, which is what I always was gonna do that. Just probably should have just Fiendish Chained it at me, but kind of wanted to see Christia out, you know. Okay, so Limit Reverse, bring back Ammonite. Make the Golgar. Can we finally resolve Golgar? We do. We get 4 whole bounces. 4 whole counters. Pop that.
Wow.
Attack.
And now we have our pick of the litter. It's just over. It's just over.
I was very confused by the way he did that. I was like, did he just do like he gained 1300 and minus 26? I was like, wait. I was so confused. But he's like, no, he accidentally gave himself 1300. I was like, got it. Because I've actually seen people do that.
Rude. That's
I've
rude.
seen people do it. I've seen people do it. I know. I didn't mean to be like. I was just so confused by it though. It was like, it was baffling to me. I had to know. Anyway, the Christia came out. He knew I had Fiendish Chain. I had bounced it. Apologies for my slight toxicity.
This is probably like after 10. If you just like marinate on DB, you're bound to have a few comments after a while because it'd be like that on DB.
I was playing this like this is probably around it was like 11 p.m. It wasn't like too late, but it was also like I think I'm just like a very impatient player sometimes. So if like things happen in a way that feels like longer and longer, my brain just goes like, "Why are we doing this?" But anyway, we're just summoning big bodies, and I'm like, F it. This is kind of a minus, but it'll take him out of brain control range. So I just go for crop circles for another 1900. He hasn't dropped Gores or Trag or anything. And he's at 400 life already.
F it's everything. Deal.
We have the Solemn to kind of protect us from that, but yeah, we can't make accumulated life here. And now we attack hoping this is game, but the Honest is too big. It's just too big.
It's pretty good. Does he have starters? No, he has Mind Control. Is there Cyber Valley incoming? No, Herald.
So yeah, here, I just saw him that. I'm just like, I feel like he has nothing. He has no gas in the tank here. And he doesn't.
Yep. Fake traps.
I mean, he had the Herald Purple Light to protect from all the other real traps, so that's good that I went for the Solemn. And yeah, his brain control was in his hand the whole time. So he couldn't use it. That was a pretty heads up play. Yeah, but anyway, that was just a little against some what's it called, the Flamvel Fairy deck that I think Keegan topped with. So that's a interesting little duel there.
Yeah, some flexibility from the crop circle just being used as a 1900 burn spell. So it has some other utility.
Yeah. Here we're going first again, but we have double Starlight Road, or no? We have just a bunch of draw traps and Starlight Road. We just set it all. No fear.
I mean, why would you have fear? They're all chainable or Starlight
Road. Nah, dude, no fear, dude. So they summon Lila, and it's like successful, and they just attack. I'm like, wow, that's so ballsy. Like,
it's so smart.
It's actually crazy. Like, he doesn't even pop anything. Like,
okay,
does he know who I am?
Smart.
Does he know who I am, dude? Like, what is going on?
That doesn't make sense not to pop, in my opinion.
I think
Amaryllis, pretty good.
How did he know? Did he know? Anyway, I just MSC the back row. I'm gonna start just drawing. I'm like, F it. We're just gonna draw one. I don't want to draw anymore because I want this Lila to get no value. And I set one and pass. Is Lila finally gonna use their effect? No, they trade in. They go DDR for Lone Fire. Lone Fire, special summons Titanial. I can't really Fiendish Chain this, unfortunately. This feels kind of bad. They attack.
Oh my god, they just do not care. Lila is just a miller for them.
I just don't know how he knows. How does he know that's all fake? Now I just have to start drawing. And I'm doing it.
It's likely that he just knows who you are.
Which
it does not make sense.
And he bounces back my Ammonite. I'm like, this is heartbreaking, but I have the Torrential, so I have to hope that they play badly into Torrential here. Will they play badly into Torrential? No, they're too goated. They just knew, bro.
Oh, wait. Ammonite, the monster dies in the end phase?
Yeah, the monster that it summons. That's also, I guess, that's what makes it worse than Blizzard. Ammonite special summons the monster.
I did not know that. That's
dude. They made that card so So many different weird stipulations are what made the deck like not playable. Like aliens would actually be somewhat playable if Golgar could be made with one or more aliens, like Ammonite plus one or more aliens. Because there are smaller aliens, but because it specifically requires one alien, you have to run the crappiest aliens, which are these like vanillas, man. The best alien you have is a 1900 vanilla, dude. Like I think about it to this day, man. The card choice design. But here we have a crazy opening this time. If he's gonna do that Lila shenanigans, it don't matter. We got chainables for days. You're not
These
getting
shock
through this
troopers
wall.
his arse
Oh,
is too goaded.
we
Oh
love this.
shoot.
We got the chain link 1 heavy, chain link 2 Starlight Road, chain link 3 Legacy, chain link 4 accumulated. Oh my god, we get Stardust and we draw 3. We just +2 there, dude. But they have the Miracle Fertilizer. It's not ideal.
Yeah, it's so interesting because I feel like I never see the accumulated decks play Starlight Road, so it's like so crazy to see the accumulated resolve with Starlight Road. Like you get the Stardust and the draws. That feels so
Yeah.
broken.
It's pretty nice. I do side it when I was playing Chain Beat. But it makes total sense in a deck like this because we're running Floodgates still. Like we're still running like we want cards that we want to keep, like Fiendish, Imperial. But in the Chain Beat decks, it doesn't make as much sense because like Winged Rhino survives, and there's never cards you really want to keep. So it ends up being like a kind of dead card sometimes.
Here's a card trooper, probably gonna try to beat over the Dyna, but we've got Fiendish Chain, which I mean, this is a game. Damn.
Yeah. Dude, that was just too much plus, man. We didn't even have to do any Golgar shenanigans in that game. Or the first game, really. That's the power of accumulated fortune. We have a lot of starters here. Like, which one should I do here, chat?
I like Trooper or Breaker, I think. Either one
I think I
of
like
those.
Breaker the most because, like, I feel like if it's D Prison or something, like Card Trooper just kind of doesn't get anything. And I want Card Trooper to live so Limiter versus live. So I probably go for Breaker. And it gets bombless immediately. So it works out. They go for Raikou, have to Fiendish Chain it. They go for Lila. They're not gonna pop the Fiendish Chain. I feel like if I were them, I would.
I mean, at that point, I don't think it really matters. Like getting your Raikou freed up. So I don't mind it this time around.
So anyway, we attack over the Lila. We set the crop circles because now we have that Stratos +1 and the crop circles to give it some value, you know? They go for Mark the Rose, and look at this! Immediate value!
Wow. Get the Shock Trooper.
And then he has to DDR for the Quackimero Gravy Rose. I'm like, oh my lord. And he brain controls anyway! That's wild!
What's
and then
the
tributes
play
for Amaryllis!
This feels mid as hell. He's gonna be like pretty down on cards.
Yeah, and then
his
the
Grabber
Gravy
is
Rose is gonna die.
Yeah.
But all just to get multiple Amaryllis summons? I mean, look how low I am. I think that was the goal.
Actually,
His goal is that I'm gonna burn. I'm gonna burn to death. But he can only do one right now. So yeah, I'm also quite fascinated by this play.
No, but in theory, if this one dies, oh wow! But Iron Wall is just gonna lock up the game. But I was gonna say that Amaryllis could have revived itself one more time for the final 800, so
yeah,
it's sort of valid. It would be game, but main deck Iron Wall. Also, it's game 2, so you could be just siding it. It's gonna lock this one up real quick.
And the other thing was like I did the math. I was like, how would I get out of this? And I think I would if I didn't have Iron Wall. I still had Limit Reverse the whole time with Prisma, so I would have just made Android and just start like not attacking and just healing. And I think I could have slowly accumulated because he didn't have enough plants to like really deal with it. And I immediately Impure Iron Wall after he sets, and then just do the Sangan shenanigans. It's time. We go bada bing, bada boom. And this is actually like it doesn't matter. Like it ends up being a Lord Poison, which is not live because you can't summon Amaryllis off of it. But I mean, just in case it's like a Dandy or it's like a Fossil Diana or something, we're just gonna get that Fiendish Chain back because that Fiendish Chain is gonna help us win this game. We finally see some Golgar action. We go for the Pippity Pop. I should only have 1-0 counters on here, but it don't matter. They took the damage. We said it all.
GG's, man.
He goes MST. I'm like, oh no.
Wait a minute.
This is
interesting now.
This is getting interesting.
Just when I thought it was over, he top decks the one out.
Oh. Because I see the out. I see the play. I'm showing Mistworm. I was like, I saw the play. So there we go. For game. That's why you play the Mistworm, because you actually end up having like level 4s just sticking a long time. And you could end up doing that really cool shenanigan I just did here. Mistworm helps you get through. He has no Necro Gardener Engrave. And that's just GG against the Amaryllis player, which almost burnt me to death. That was at 600 life. My lord. Actually crazy.
Phew,
Oh.
close one.
It was close. It was to the wire. The Imperial Wall was very clutch, which it ended up not really mattering, I guess, but it mattered because I probably have to make Android instead, which is not as good for sure.
I mean,
So
it's good that it mattered. You play it for a reason because it's good.
yeah, people are hating on Imperial, but it's so good against literally every deck except for like Lightsworn. But now Lightsworns are playing Twilight, so it's like it feels even better now. I feel like Imperial's in a really good spot. So we summon the Shock Trooper here. Do we have the ability? Yes, we have the ability to make this fully resolved because we have the Imperial Iron Wall that we can chain as the chain link, even if it gets heavied. Well, they go for, this is even cooler. So they go Caius.
My god, I see it.
Chainlink 2. Sorry, I misclicked. Chainlink. So Chainlink 1 is Caius. Chainlink 2 is Imperial Iron Wall. Chainlink 3 and Chainlink 4. Boom. We get our 3 draws, but they have the chain MST, so my Shock Trooper still gets banished.
Sad.
No.
That's actually really, really bad. Damn.
Yeah, that's okay though. We just set some cards and hope and pray. I think we have to mirror force this. It was just too much damage. And I'm like, oh man, he just has so much. He's too strong. And now I just set it all.
You turbo.
Oh man, but he summons the Greffer, and I'm like, oh, that's actually so great. No
Prio
called.
Awesome.
It's like, oh my god, I feel so good. So we go Shock Troop, we go Card Trooper, Mill, absolutely garbage, but it's okay. We don't want to see the crop circles at this point. Like, are we actually? I wouldn't have minded seeing a crop circles at this point, but swinging for 19, nothing dropped. I love seeing Card Trooper in the rotation, but they go foolish, and on resolution, I immediately activate Imperial Wall. I'm not letting you get that Mally up.
Wait a minute, is this Diva Hero? I think I just realized it's not.
Yeah, I think it is Diva. I realized, I thought it was Vayu, or I knew it was when I saw Evil Hero.
Prodigy. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of knew. I was wondering if it was Stardust Assault mode though, because like I only saw this dark package and I was like, is this Assault mode or something? Like, what is? I'm afraid of that.
Yeah.
But he mills a Treeborn off the Card Trooper that he mind controls, which is crazy. Goes into Catastor. I can't even deal with this Catastor cleanly. Oh, I did not mean to take that much life. So I'm at 3,400 life, which is pretty low. But we do have the Phoenix Chain. I just decided to set the Ammonite because I'm just like, if I don't want to have to deal with this. But he goes, I'm like, oh, is he doing it? Oh.
You've triggered my trap card.
It felt, I mean, this is the thing I love about Accumulated. It gives the false sense of security that like all my back row is fake or something, right? Like, which is nice, but hey, we ball.
I mean, it's over now. He's got 1 card. He does have the Plague, but he's minus twice just to get it out. I mean, the Treeborn's something, though.
Dude, this is actually probably one of the only things I was like, oh, if it's Caius, we're fine. But I'm like, oh, this is bigger than Stardust. No!
And it can pierce for a ton of damage. Wow.
That's why.
But you have the chain, so it's fine.
Oh, thank God. The Alien Warrior coming to save the day. We got the Cosmic Fortress Golgar. We limit reverse. He sees writing on the wall. We got game 1 against Diva Hero. Imperial Iron Wall, absolutely insane main deck.
Now that Consecrated Light coming back in, that 1 copy has just been really, really solid. Yeah.
It's DB for you. I hate DB because I feel like it never happens in real life. It happens all the time in DB.
I mean, I like it. I like DB when it's our side cards, though. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. We do set the jar, so if we get heavy, we like neutral, which feels pretty nice. But they got the Armageddon Knight. Send the Plague. Just attack my Card Trooper. I'm okay with that. That feels nice. And here I could just summon the Consecrated Light, and then just set a back row and pass. I had the Limit Reverse. Now I have 2 chainables. So even if they heavy storm me, I don't go as minus, because these are both chainable, giving me 2 draws, which feels nice. But they got the Gilman.
Not the Gilman.
Dude, felt so rough. Gilman beat is too good. I go Imperial Iron Wall. I go Chain Limb Reverse. Just so I don't know why I do that specific order. I think I'm just, I don't know, I'm scared.
You're just stunting on him.
I was kind of, okay, this was like a ballsy play. I'm like, if I mill an alien, I'm about to go crazy here. Because that was kind of like the logic, but no aliens. But we do Ammonite. Oh, no, we do have an alien. Sorry. We had one. Sorry, did I have one like
Yeah.
earlier?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you milled that one or I wasn't paying attention, but we have it now. Are we gonna make
I think
Golgar?
we just milled it. Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe someone in the chat will let me know. But we're gonna make Gogar for sure. Go for the Prio bounds. If summon's successful. It goes Dust Tornado though, so that does hurt. Oh, I don't even go for Prio. Because at that point it's like, if he has, I guess like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like not. If he has Torrential, like it won't matter, I guess. Like,
He probably would have prioed, but he just probably flipped that Dust Tornado
oh,
like ASAP or
yeah,
something
but
like that.
you know what though? I think I did realize that like I just wanted to clear these monsters. Like I think I think I would have proud, but he flipped it super fast. And so remember, don't flip your things really fast, guys. Regardless, the Dust Tornado would have been really clutch there. I think he would have hit Imperial anyway. But I would have just gotten the draw earlier. But now because he did that fast, I'm able to actually use Card Trooper to run over the monsters that he has. And then bounce, get the draw. And now it makes my it turns my Limb Reverse into a into really strong chainable cards. I set all 5. I'm nuts. Why am I doing that? Oh yeah, because I want to Consecrated Light and I want the rest to be feel chainable, because this is chainable, this is chainable, this is chainable. Yeah, so I'd only lose 2 cards, but I'd still get 3 draws, so it doesn't feel like the worst if I get heavied. But he's got another light, dude. Why does he have so many lights?
Dude, who plays Alias and Diva Hero? What the?
I can't even Fiendish Chain it because it's a normal monster.
Oh my god.
I said, damn, how many non-darks you running? Like, I was so baffled. Anyway, so I go get the Ammonite out. So I'm gonna summon the Shock Trooper. I Fiendish Chain the Ammonite, so I don't have to deal with it. And I want life. At this point, I'm just like, I just need life, man. It's getting rough. I'm just gonna start drawing a little bit. Attack. I'm doing it in this order because if it's Gores, I want to be able to just deal with the Gores. And it ends up being Gores. So that was a heads up play. It still sucks because the token, I did the wrong attack order. I should have attacked with Golgard then Android. I realized that immediately afterwards. I think I attacked with Android in the insane off chance he's running Honest, because I don't know. Like in my head, I was like, is this like a hero beat deck? Like what's Alias doing in here, right? I was very confused. So I was scared that it was like some Gemini Spark, like last minute addition or something. So just in case, that's why I attacked with Android first. But in retrospect, I should have not assumed it was going to be like some Honest type shenanigans, and this token would have been smaller. Anyway, so we just said it all. No fear. F it. If you have it, you have it. Type. They got Miracle Fusion. No. No Imperial Iron Wall to stop it this time. Into the Caius. I have to Fiendish Chain.
Damn.
He keeps it's too much.
Took in game 3. Game 3 vibes.
So on the effect of Plague Spreader Zombie, I chain Limit Verse so that he has to top deck. But the downside is I'm actually dead for game here for 26. Or am I? So here's the other beautiful thing about Crop Circles is that it can send any card. And as long as you can find an alien with the same level. So I'm able to just defensively save myself from game with the Crop Circles there.
Wait, but I'm confused. Couldn't he just why didn't he attack with it's Fiendish Chain to dirt. Okay,
yeah, this was Fiendish Chain, and he couldn't he couldn't summon anything else at this point, so he had no choice but to go to a battle phase. And now, as long as his Ammonite goes through, this should be Gucci. Oh, I mean, it was a decree, so it didn't really even matter. But my God, this feels so good. Yummy
I love it
in
when
my
a plan
tummy.
comes together.
And I'm like, give me all 3 of these, all of them back. Get the draw. I got the Imperial Iron Wall. There is no more top decks you can have at this point except, I guess, Heavy plus Miracle. So I guess that's probably the best bet you can have. But either way, if he even heavies me, I still have the Limb Reverse combo to chain to the Card Trooper to get the draw. And we're gonna in standby phase. Oh, he should be at 1. It's a glitch. Yeah. He's like, use 2. Yeah, I mean, it's 2. Yeah, so I just have to reset it for him. Yes, it's DB sometimes glitches with the tokens. So they go for the plague play again, but I have the limit reverse. We're doing the consecrated light shenanigans.
We're doing this again. Damn,
It's like
yeah. This is
it's
basically
like Vanity's
vanities.
Fiend. It's Vanity's Emptiness. And we do, yeah, and it's just GG's, especially because Consecrated Light, like even if you had Battle Fader or Trag, like this is an insane combination. So yeah, what was his hand? Oh, it was a Caius. He couldn't even summon it. That's mad unfortunate, but yeah. So that is the accumulated aliens deck, the Chain Beat aliens deck. I don't know exactly what we're gonna call it, but it has accumulated and it has aliens. I personally, the biggest thing that I got out of this entire thing of RFDD, working on this RFDD, is crop circles. I think crop circles is insane. I think it helps bridge the gap between the hero package that you do want to run and the aliens. That's like the first thing that came to mind. But then as I was playing, the more and more I was like, I need to find more level 1 monsters that I can play that can combine with crop circles for that specific play to like get Ammonite from deck sometimes. Because sometimes you see the alien, but you want the Ammonite and vice versa. If you guys really like this video and this video gets like, I don't know, 3,000 views, I will make a sequel that goes a little bit deeper into making crop circles and making aliens even more consistent and stronger. Because trust me, I have a brew and I think a part 2 would go super hard. But if nobody cares about aliens, then like it's not worth it. Like it's fine.
Smash that like button to
Smash the
show
like
your
button, leave a
support
comment, hype
for
it
the
up. It's like a
extraterrestrials.
yeah, for the extraterrestrials, we wanna if you want to see some more alien action, let me know. But this has been accumulated aliens. Shout out Santi again for coming up with such a fascinating concept. It's pretty fun. Give it a try yourself. I do think there could be a lot of improvements in this build though. This is just version 1. But yeah, if you want version 2, leave a like. And with that, thank you so much for watching. And Team Starlight signing out. Peace.